Olivia Rodrigo fans have written an open letter to Olivia telling her that they don't like her new music and they think she should change it. They've also voiced concern over her, I guess, chart-topping strategy in releasing multiple versions of her song. I guess a question that I would pose to you and that I've been thinking about over the past few days is how much of a say should fans or stans have in the music, art that artists that they love make? Obviously, artists are dependent on their fans streaming their music for success. Like, that is where it's an attention economy in the music industry. So you kind of need that, but also they're an artist. Do you know what I mean? They are an artist, so they need to be able to make what feels right to them at any given point in time. They're not like this like song machine. So while we brew on that idea, I'll pull up the open letter. So this was a Twitter user, or X, it's X now. So it says from all Livies, and as someone who like is an Olivia Rodrigo fan, I wasn't brought into the discussion on this. There was no board meeting, you know what I mean? Where was my inclusion, respectfully? Dear Olivia, we're writing as Livies who care about you and your music. We're a little worried about the new album after hearing Drop Dead, which didn't resonate with us and has sparked conversations about similarities to other artists. We just want the music to feel uniquely you again. We're also concerned about the many versions being released to hold chart positions, especially when it seems like it could block a new country. Could block a new country artist, Ella. Doesn't feel like the supportive energy we've always admired in you. This comes from love. We want your career to stay strong and focus on your artistry. We're still excited for the album and always rooting for you. With love, the Livies. I like, first thing though, like, we want your career to stay strong and focus on your artistry. Like, that means she needs to make music that she feels tied to making at any given point in time. She can't just like do the same thing all the time, you know? Anyway, it feels a bit like counterproductive as a statement. The first paragraph speaks about the reaction to Drop Dead. Didn't resonate with some fans. And you know what? It does sound different to her other songs. I'm a big Olivia fan. Is it my favorite Olivia song? Probably not. But it doesn't mean that it's not a good song, and it doesn't mean that it's not refreshing to hear something different from Olivia. I think Drop Dead just wasn't what people were expecting. You know, like, we're used to ballads from Olivia, and we're used to like these pop rock vibes. Pop rock, like, I say like it's literally Get 'Em Back. That I'm like, yes. But do you know what I mean? Like, as a fan of people, I love music. Big music consumer. I kind of view artists and their music as like, it's my choice to engage, right? Like, they don't have to appeal to me all the time. Personally, I think it's like, I can listen to their music and I love their music, and when they release new music, it's up to me if I engage with that music and if it resonates with me at that point in time. It's not really like their responsibility to ensure that they are meeting my needs. And I like the song, like, simply put as well, I like the song. I think a lot of people like Drop Dead, and I think the thing that kind of like I find difficult is I think people will get what they want in the album, because I think songs are going to get more sad as we go through the album. Like, right now it's just more upbeat and positive, and like, it's just a pop song. It's just a bit of fun. I don't know about the similarities to other artists, but this isn't something that we haven't faced before. Good for you flashbacks, deja vu flashbacks. It is this whole thing, like, how much of a say should fans have? Like, I would never, personally, if I didn't like a song, I would never write an open letter to that artist and tell them. To think that like I would know what is more true to an artist than they do. Like, I do not know Olivia better than she knows herself. So I would never be like, this isn't you. Fans build up an idea of an artist, and then it can be a bit frustrating when like artists don't reflect that idea. And like, to be fair, even I have felt this way at times, okay? Like, guilty as charged. Like, I remember Life of a Showgirl came out. I liked the album, and when I first listened to it, I was like, oh, this is different. But that doesn't mean that it wasn't good, and I listened to the album more and I like came to love it. I remember when Positions came out, I didn't even know that fans didn't really like it. But years later, Ariana Grande even said, like, I felt like my fans hated it. And that's such a shame because she was really proud of it, and I think it's part of the reason she didn't do anything else. I think she said that she scrapped a bunch of extra things to do with the album that she was going to put out, and she was like, fans hate it, so I'm just not going to.
Yeah. This is the point. You put art there so that people can tear it apart and do whatever they want with it, or celebrate it, or whatever. I understand. I'm very grateful and in acceptance to be here. When I preface this, I need to preface it with that because I know it comes with being an artist. But I also am a Cancer and very sensitive. So when it came out, it was kind of like
bizarre.
It didn't go so well.
Did it feel like
I just mean as far as like what my fans were saying and like as far as whatever.
Like they were
I feel like in the beginning of the positions of it all, like it kind of was, I got a little, I'm not gonna like use this word as a bully, but you know, I just remember that really like put me in a cage of like judging every single piece. I like scrapped so many things that I was like gonna put out for it.
Really interesting. It must be so hard, I think, being an artist, and like if your fans love you for a certain thing but you want to change and do something different, like how do you go about that? Interesting one. Writing an open letter though is crazy to me. I will say that much. It's crazy. Just relax, honestly. Go like, there have to be some other artists that you can listen to if you don't like Drop Dead. Let's talk about the chart section. Two sides to it. A, she's releasing a bunch of versions of her single, which I think, who cares? A little bit, okay? Just a little bit, who cares? Because so many artists do that. Like, it is just a very common thing, especially in pop music, just the industry in general right now. It's like people are releasing a lot of versions. And I would say a lot of that comes from the label and pressure from the label to get the song to #1. It's the first time Olivia's released music in like 3 years, so they'll be gunning for a #1 spot. I'd say she's probably one of their biggest artists that they have signed. I don't actually know who else they have signed, but I would assume because she is one of the biggest pop singers in the world, so go figure. But I doubt Olivia Rodrigo was like, what if I released 7 versions of the single? One of them just being a slow and reverbed version, which I haven't even listened to because I'm like, I don't want to listen to it slow and reverbed. I think another piece to it that I am more like, this is kind of interesting, is I guess the way that Livy's HQ, her official fan page, is kind of marketing it to fans. It's kind of like they have this tweet, would like to know, have you downloaded all the versions of Drop Dead on iTunes? Tag us in your checklist. And they've made this like checklist that you can go through and tick, and you can tag them and like show them all the versions that you've purchased. So there's Drop Dead, just the normal song, and then there's the sing-along pack, which is just instrumental. There's iTunes limited cover, which is like the same song just with a different cover. There's Drop Dead Can We Go Slow, slowed and reverbed. Drop Dead The Most Alive I've Ever Been, sped up, so it's just the song sped up and slow down. Drop Dead Sing Along video, so that's got the karaoke on the screen. Drop Dead music video. And this is essentially just to try and like chart the song. I don't know, I feel so in the middle with this because a part of me is like, everyone releases multiple versions, like it never phases me. Like I've been a Taylor Swift fan for a really long time. Like she literally released all these vinyls of Midnights that equaled a clock. You had to like collect them all. Like I have seen some consumerism in my time. Like do not worry. You know what I mean? I've witnessed it all. So it doesn't really freak me out. I'm like, it's fine. Even Billie Eilish did it, and I remember her fans got annoyed because they were like, Billie, like how could you? And I think Charli XCX did it with her album. I don't know, people always have an opinion on this because obviously it's like, just why are you releasing so many versions of it? I think the checklist and like the wording on this is interesting because it's like tag us in your checklist, and so people would want to be noticed by Livy's HQ, so then they would buy it and tag them. Like I would have done that when I was a bit younger probably. But then it's also just like, is that what people want to spend their money on? Like should they be allowed to just spend their money on that, tag Livy's HQ, get a notice and feel happy and listen to all their versions of Drop Dead? But there is like, I think in stan culture there is like this level of inclusivity and exclusivity, and you want to be a part of it. Like I've been on like Twitter since I was like 12 or 13, And there's definitely like you want to feel like you're getting noticed, like you're being a part of, you know, the community. And so like that would definitely drive you to buy these versions. The other thing that they posted was drop dead charting reminders for Billboard Hot 100. So they're very much like gathering the troops. So they have do's and don'ts. Do not join a station head listening party without connecting your streaming application. Do not loop a single song repeatedly as it may be flagged and excluded from official stream counts. And then all the do's. And I'm not going to go through them all because we're talking about the idea of this. Like, we don't actually need to go through it in detail. But I have seen people saying that it's giving Yummy Justin Bieber when he was like telling people to stream Yummy to get it to #1. But again, this would be the label. This isn't Olivia. And, you know, I'm sure she has somewhat of a say in what happens, but also probably not a whole say. I don't know. It's so hard to know. But I don't know. I just think the tone of voice from Libby's HQ is, like, interesting. Like, do's and don'ts for streaming. But maybe some people, you know, really support those charting, like the charting success of a song, that extra amount, and want to know the do's and don'ts so that they can get Olivia to #1, you know? Maybe it's like when people have a favorite sports team and they're like, I want the sports team to win. Like, is Olivia their sports team? I don't know. But in terms of releasing the multiple songs, I'm like, whatever. And like, obviously encourage people to download them and encourage people to stream. But I think that the way that they're kind of wording it, it feels like I'm being told how to listen to a song, which I don't love. I'm like, I just want to listen to it because I like it. Obviously I want her to do well, but I'm not gonna like take it that seriously. Personally, as a consumer, I just think like the tone of voice, I don't know if I would post a do's and don'ts. I think what they could have done instead is do like a here's our guide to charting drop dead. But even charting, I'm like, that, I don't know, it's such an interesting term to use direct to consumer. Like, guys, we're gonna chart, here's what we're doing. Is it because they're like, these consumers are so young, like we need to let them know what to do? Because like, I'm 24, respectfully. I guess I don't know how the music industry works. That is it from me. Let me know your thoughts on the situation, would love to know. Make sure that you like and subscribe for more videos, deep dives, everything. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.